my name's Rosie and welcome to my channel. Today we are on day 4 of my declutter series. I'm super excited. This is one of my favourite categories, and today we are doing highlighters and blushes, the most beautiful things that have ever graced this planet, I know. Yeah, I'm super excited for this one. I've also included, and I hope you don't mind, face palettes onto the end of this one. I really couldn't figure out where to put face palettes. Like, I couldn't figure it out. You know, like the Neapolitan ones with like the bronzer, the blusher and the highlighter. Like what category do I put those in? So I thought I would put all of my face palettes, that's contour palettes, bronzing palettes, highlighter palettes, blusher palettes, all the face palettes. I thought I'd pop them in this video as well. So I hope you guys like that. I hope you don't mind. I was just struggling of where to put them. But anyway, enough of all of that. If you are new here, I do have 2 pugs. You'll hear them snoring throughout the video. But enough of that. Let's get into it. Okay, so here are a load of my blush products. I'm struggling with how to do it because I have got some face palettes as well, but I think at the end I'm going to do all of my face palettes together, and then I'm thinking, well, could these technically be face palettes? But I think I'll keep those in here as they're smaller, and all the bigger palettes I'll do separately. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, here's my blush collection, and it's a pretty strong one, I won't lie. I do love blusher. It's one of my favourite products. It's just, I don't know why, I love it in every colour. It's so pretty, but I think we will see a theme here that I do tend to go for more pinky blushes. But anyway, let's get into it. So, first of all, let's look at these ones. These are the Blushing Hearts Triple Baked Blushes by I Heart Makeup Revolution. These are so pretty. They look more like highlighters really, but these ones do say blusher on them, so I'm going to keep it in the blusher section. Sorry if you can hear Lola moaning. Yeah, so that's that one, and then this is this one. So pretty. This is like a really glowy pink blush. It's absolutely beautiful, but I never really reached for them anymore, so I'm going to pass those on to a new home. Next up, I have a couple of these Lottie London blush crushes. I remember really well when these came out, and they were named after guys, weren't they? So this one's called Nick and this one's Harry. These are really nice, but look how old this is. Like, I've loved it so much. It's such a nice pink. It really is a nice pink, but I'm going to get rid of that because I don't really reach for it. I don't really need it, and yeah, I think it's well loved. Then we have Harry, which is more of a really vibrant colour. Like, how stunning is that? I'm going to keep this one. I haven't used it a massive amount, and it's not a colour that I really have in my collection, so I'm going to keep it. I really like that colour, so we'll see how much I use it over the next 6 months or so. Next up, we have the Primark Blush and Beam. This is so nice. I've only used it a couple of times. So you have the matte side, but you can mix it with this side to make it a glowy blush as well, which I love because I love a glowy blush. Yeah, it's a really nice pigmented formula, but not too so. I am definitely keeping this. I think I paid £1 for it, and it's probably one of the best pounds I've spent. I love it. I'm definitely keeping that one. Then we have this really old, beaten up Milani blush. Look at that. I remember when I bought this. This was one of my first high-end spends. I didn't know what I was doing in the makeup world, but I loved blush even then. Look at it. I've been holding on to this because it just gives me such nostalgia. I absolutely love it. I can literally remember sitting in my old room excited when it came. It looks so beautiful with the pressed flower on it, but those days are long gone and I don't need it anymore, so I'm going to get rid of this one. Next up, we have this DLS blusher. It's a jelly blush. It's a really nice pale pink, and the texture of it is so unusual, but I just never reach for it, so I'm going to pass this along to somebody else who may want it. Next up, oh my god, I just loved this blusher for the longest time. I used to buy this all the time. Like, I would hit pan on it, which is pretty impossible to do, and then I'd buy it again. I remember in one of my first office jobs wearing it, and like a lady complimented me on it and me feeling all good about myself. So this is a Bourjois blusher. Don't even know if they do this anymore. It's in Golden Rose, and you can see that like my colour aesthetic hasn't changed much over the years. I still go for the similar sorts of things. So pretty. I loved this for years. F it, I'm going to keep that one. Next up I have this little pink one from Kiko. I actually think this is an eyeshadow. Yeah, it is, but I would use it as a blush. How cute is that pink? Like, I'm keeping that. Speaking of, I got this one from Kiko years ago, and it is an eyeshadow, but I use it as a blusher again, and I've used it for years and it's still going strong. I still use it. Look at this colour. It's like a peachy, corally orange. Oh, how beautiful is that? And I have used that for years as a blusher. I've never used it as an eyeshadow. Always keep an eye out with Kiko's single eyeshadows because the pigmentation on them is beautiful. The formulas on them is beautiful, and obviously it's an eyeshadow as well. But look at that as a blusher. Like, come on. Like, it's got this beautiful gold shift in it, which is very much my thing. I love that. So you heard it here first. It's such a nice idea, if I don't say so myself. And yeah, I'm keeping this. I've used it forever. I'm going to keep using it. I use it all the time, and I always have, always will. Okay, Colourpop. Let's have a look at these ones. I've got a few here from Colourpop. Let's have a look at these. So first off, this is Frisky Business, and this is looking like this. What a cute pale pink colour. I've never really used this. I've never really reached for it. But that is a really nice peachy, naturally, it won't show up on my fake tan, but it's like a peachy, really light pink colour. I'm going to pass that along. Next up we have the Shortcake colour. This is obviously from their strawberry collection, and it's this vibrant, beautiful pink. I think that's stunning. It's not a colour that I reach for that often, but it is really, really nice. The formula on these are fantastic. So again, I'm going to pass that one along. I'm going to be hard on myself and get rid of some of these because I don't need them all, and there's someone out there that will love it more than I can. And then we have this Fresh and Peachy one, and I'm going to keep this one. It's quite similar to the other one but just slightly darker, and I think I deserve to keep one, and this is the one that I want to keep. It's a really beautiful peach colour, very much in fashion at the minute, and yeah, just beautiful. Next up is this little blusher from Primark. This was £1 and I got it recently, and I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep on using it. I haven't used it a massive amount yet. I think I've only used it once. If at all, actually, I might not have even used it yet. So yeah, I'm going to keep trying that one out. Let's go on to BH Cosmetics. Oh no, wait, I've got a couple of Colourpops still left. Sorry, my bad. Rewind. So this is another Colourpop blush that I have here. This is in Holiday, and it's a Super Shock Cheek in matte. Look at that colour. That is stunning, isn't it? That is so nice. That is just so beautiful. Do I have anything else like this colour in my collection? Do you know what? I'm going to keep this one just because I don't think I really have anything else this colour in my collection. I love the formula of their Super Shocks, like that spongy formula. Yeah, it's really nice. I'm going to keep this one. I have a blush stick from Colourpop here as well. The other one was a highlighter, so I'll just pop that in with the highlighter stuff coming up shortly. I'm going to pass this along. It's just a product that I never reach for. I've swatched it once, but it's pretty much brand new. You can see that it's hardly been used, and I'm sure there's someone out there that would give it a lot more love than I can. Okay, BH Cosmetics. So I didn't know whether to put these in the face palettes, as I said, but I'm going to include them in here. Yeah, first of all is the BH Vanilla Strawberry is it Truffle palette or Trifle? I think they're Truffle. Anyway, I love these. I would have all of them if I would let myself, but I did stop at 2. So this is the first one. It's got really nice pinks in. I like mixing these 3 together. This is a colour that I don't pick that often, but it's handy to have in your collection for various different makeup looks that you're going to do. So yeah, I really like these palettes. I get so many compliments when I have worn these 2 mixed together in particular. They also have it in Vanilla Cream. This one is a lot more muted, really, really cute. Not one that I reach for as often because I do like a bit of a brighter blush, but if this is your sort of colour aesthetic, I definitely recommend it. Like I said before, I'd love to pick up some more of the other colour schemes, but yeah, really nice palettes. Then we have this little floral blush by BH. How cute is this? Like, they're just so cute. I love these. Look at that. It's like a really rosy, mauvey, however you say it, pink. I'm going to keep that just because I don't think I have anything else in my collection like that as well. Do I want to keep that? I'm double guessing myself now. Do I want to keep that? I think I might actually pass this along. I know, make your mind up, Rose. But I'm just thinking it is actually quite deep, and I don't know how much use I'd really get out of that. don't know how much I'd reach for it. So yeah, let's give it a good home. Let's be strict with yourselves. I'm going to pass this one along. This is Barry M's blusher palette. It's so nice. Like, again, not many things that I have in my colour scheme. I don't have anything this colour in my colour scheme. I love to mix like these all together. It's just so nice. It wears really nicely. This one's a shimmer, which I love, but you have your matte options there as well. It's just a really nice palette. I reach for it all the time. It's always at the top of my pile. So yeah, I'm definitely keeping this one. Next up is this Kiko blush. I'm gonna pass this along, but can we just say how stunning it is? Like, this is absolutely stunning. It's so beautiful in the packaging, but I need to be strict with myself because I don't need this many blushes. So I think, again, I'm going to pass it on to somebody who can give it a better home than I can. Okay, next up is this MAC Ray Beam blusher. I love this. I'm keeping this. I've used this a ton and I will continue to do so. Then we have this Revolution blusher as well in Rhubarb and Custard. I used this for the first time yesterday, I think it was, and I really liked it. Like, the pigmentation is there. My god, you only need a light hand. This is a blusher that's going to last you forever. Like, it is so nice. So I'm excited to play with that more, but I think these are like £4, so definitely worth it. Really, really lovely. Okay, next up is this little duo from the Beauty Crop. I got this in a glossy box, I believe, and it's really cute. I really love this. It's a nice shimmery blush, like I like. You have this warmer colour, more brown, and then this really nice pink colour. Really my aesthetic. Definitely excited to use this more. I really like this. Then I have this by MUA. Now, technically, I guess this is a highlighter. It's called a Shimmery Silk. Look at that. Look at that. I mean, it's just, I use it as a blush topper. I just think that colour is stunning. Look at that. Yeah, these are so cheap. Like, so cheap. I couldn't recommend it anymore. This is in Bright Spark. On to Beauty Bay next. Oh, Beauty Bay are smashing it this year. I'm just in love with all the things they're bringing out. So first off is this one in Blossom. The packaging is nothing to write home about, but I don't really care about that. The product itself is lovely. I love this colour. It's a nice shimmery blush. So if you like shimmers again, you can see like there's a thing, like all of my colours are so similar, aren't they? But yeah, I love this. I use it all the time. I'm sorry if the camera keeps moving, but Lola keeps knocking over my tripod. What's new? So I then have this one from Beauty Bay again in Peachy. I haven't used this one yet, but it just looks absolutely beautiful. Look at that colour. So nice. I wish they did this one with a shimmer in it. But yeah, I mean, it would look so nice with this over the top. Oh my god. Okay, down to my last few, and I definitely have found myself doing it in order of like keeping my favourites till last. Let's talk about this. This is the blush from Mitchell's Release. I got this in the sale, and I really like it. I've only used it a couple of times. Now, I am not a cream product kind of girl. They scare me. But this goes a long way, and I actually put it on with like a brush like this, and it's smoothed out really nicely on the face. So yeah, probably hasn't done it the best there, but on the face it worked lovely. I'm going to continue to keep trying this out and see what it's all about, because I've only used it twice, but I'm intrigued to try it more. I would like to try some of the other colours as well, but I'm not going to be buying any at this point. Then we have this. Now, I know this is normally an eye base, but I've bought this to be used as a blusher, so that's why I'm including it in this video. I haven't used it yet. This is reminding me that I need to. But P. Louise herself says she uses this as a blush, so it got me intrigued. Look at that. That's a tiny bit as well. So, of course, I can use it on my eyes or whatever else, but I have bought this to use as a blush. Like I said, that's why I've got it in this video. Okay, Milani. My lord, I love their blushes. I absolutely love Milani's blushes. Luminoso, one of my faves. I've been using it for the longest time. I just bought it from my friend for her birthday because I felt that she just needed to try it where she hadn't done before. I bloody washed this today, and look, never mind. Yeah, I love this. There's a reason that everybody loves this. It's beautiful. It goes on the skin so nicely. It has that beautiful shimmer. It's that nice peach colour. Yeah, I I will continue to use this forever and I would repurchase it in a heartbeat. I love it. Next up, my second fave. Oh, I don't know, actually these two are equally my favourite. They're so different that it's hard to pick, but I love them both. This one is in Bella Bellini. Look how worn it is. The packaging's broken. These were in my 2020 favourite. I love this blusher. I use it all the time, like all the time. It's got a beautiful glow to it. It's a real nice shimmery bronzer. You can see a theme here in all these, can't you? Yeah, I couldn't recommend this anymore. I think it's absolutely stunning and I would recommend it to anyone. And then we have the colour Dulce Pink. This is stunning as well. Really similar to the last pink one, but just a little bit deeper, but really beautiful. I just love these. Okay, and my last two are these ones from Doll Beauty, and they're stunning. So I bought these not long ago with some Christmas vouchers, and they're stunning. So I got Viva La Vacay and Dolly. Look at these. First of all, can we talk about the packaging? The packaging is just stunning. They're just really up in their game, Doll Beauty. It's just fantastic. Now, this, at first when I opened it, I was like, God, that looks really like bronzy and not really blushery, but I was wrong. This is a beautiful peachy shimmery blush. I couldn't recommend it anymore. I know I say that all the time, and actually I really hate that sentence. I really annoy myself, but anyway, this is so pretty, so lovely. I've been using them both non-stop, but of course I had to get the nice pink one with the goldy shimmer in it. There's just, it's such my aesthetic, isn't it? Like, how many of these do I have? Enough. But I don't care. I love them. It's beautiful. These are two of my new favourites. These and the Milani are definitely my favourites. I reach for them all the time. So, in total, we have 34 blushes. It's quite a lot, isn't it? Pretty impressed with that, to be honest. So, we have 24 that we're keeping and 10 that we aren't. I'm really happy with that because I love it. Like, it's one of my favourite makeup products, so I actually don't think that's that bad. I'm pleased to be getting rid of 10. I think I've done pretty well there. There's a few that's gonna just, like this one's just, no one's gonna want that ever, so I'm gonna bin that. But and this one, but the rest I think could probably find a nice good new home. So yeah, I am pretty happy with what I've achieved there. Not bad, eh? Okay, so moving on to one of the most beautiful products ever made by man, in my opinion. This is my highlighter collection. So what I've done again with palettes is anything sort of 3 and under I've included in here. Anything with more than that I'm going to put in the face palette part at the end of this one, so stay tuned if you want to see those. So, but yes, let's get into it. I've got quite a few highlighters here, but I'm going to try and really be strict with myself and declutter quite a few of them. I've just poured myself a glass of Prosecco because I think it's needed for this section. We've got a lot to get through, so let's get into it. So I've got 5 of these in total, and I don't need 5. So I think, again, these, I can have a good sort through these and they can go to a home where someone will love them more. So let's start off with Angel Heart. This is highlighter. Look how beautiful that is. It really is stunning. These are baked, so they last forever. Yeah, they're absolutely stunning. I just don't reach for them enough, so I'm going to give that one to a good home. Next up, we have the Dragon Heart one. Again, absolutely beautiful, but I just don't reach for it anymore. It is stunning, but I'm going to pass this one along too. Then we have this Bleeding Heart. Now, to me, this actually looks more like a blusher, but it says highlighter on it, so I've put it in the highlighter section. This is really, really nice, and I really enjoyed this as a blush, but I just don't reach for it anymore, so again I'm going to pass that one along too. Then we have this one. This is the Goddess of Love in Golden Goddess, and this is beautiful. I'm going to keep this one. I don't reach for it as much as I used to, but it's just absolutely stunning. I love this highlighter. They're really beautiful. They last forever. They're a baked formula, as I said, and they just keep going and going and going. They look like you've never even touched them, so I'm going to keep that one. Then we have the same one, but this one is in a different colour. Doesn't have the colour on the back, that's weird. But this is a more of a pinky one. Now, I did break this one, and it didn't really bother me that it was broken. Look at it, it's stunning. I'm going to keep that one as well. Sorry if you notice that we've just moved again. Lola keeps knocking over the tripod. I don't know why she hates me so much, but she does. Okay. Then I have this diamond one, which is Girl's Best Friend, also by I Heart Revolution. This is stunning, absolutely beautiful. Again, I just don't really reach for them as much, so I'm going to pass that one along as well. Next up, we have this iconic London highlighter trio. This is a cream highlighter product. I'm gonna give this up. I've never reached for it. It's untouched. I've never used it. It's beautiful. I'm just not really a cream product kind of person. Next up, we have this Revolution Pro Sculpt and Glow Contour and Highlighter Palette. I just never reached for this. It's a little bit too dark for me. It's just something I don't really ever use, so I'm gonna give that to a better home. Then we have this giant Revolution highlighter palette. This is called Precious Stone Rose Quartz. Absolutely beautiful, but again, it's just not something that I really reach for, so I'm going to pass this along to a better home. Next up, we have this Wet n Wild highlighter in Precious Petals. Now, I love this. This is so affordable, but I just don't really reach for it anymore, so again, I am going to give that to somebody. Next up, we have this Little Sleek palette. How beautiful is this? I haven't really used this yet. I've not long had it. But I'd like to more, but they look pretty. Not the best I've ever seen, but they look pretty. So do I want to keep this? I actually can't see myself reaching for it that often, actually. That being said, I could keep it to try it, but I've got so many here, I'm just probably not going to, so I'm actually going to pass that one along as well. Next up is this Barry M Trio Blend highlighter. I'm going to give this away as well. I never reach for it. It's beautiful. It's blinding. Oh my god, it looks like you've got actual like diamonds on your face. It's just not one that I ever reach for, and it's a bit too light for me as well, so I'm going to pass that to a better home. Next up, I've got these Super Shock ones from Colourpop. This one is called Counting Sheep. These just feel amazing. I don't use these enough. I'm keeping this one. Look at that. That's absolutely beautiful. Sorry about my gross wrists. My fake tan is looking its best. Yeah, I don't use that enough. I need to. I love the formula of these, so I'm keeping that one. Next one is in Showtime. It's more of like an icy pink. Oh my god, they just feel just crazy. Look at that. Just like a sheen of pink. So unusual. It's got like nothing else I've got in my collection, so I'm keeping that as well. I didn't really know if you could class this as a highlighter, but I didn't know where else to put it. This is the Revolution Skin Finish. This just gives your skin the softest glow. This is an opalescence. If you watch Make Me Up Missa, you will know that she loves this stuff, and for good reason. It's so nice. If you just pop it on your face to give you like a natural sheen, if you like. I don't know how to explain it. But it's beautiful. I'm keeping that. I didn't, like I said, didn't know what section to put it in, so I put it in this. But yeah, I really like that. Next up, we have this like Ciate highlighter. This is in Solstice. This is so pretty. It's not one that I reach for all the time though, because it's like this pink colour. So I think I'm gonna do the right thing and give this to somebody that might love it a little bit more than I do. It is beautiful. It's the only Ciate product I have, I believe. But it could sit in my drawer and I could say that I have it, but I probably won't reach for it, so I'd much rather someone else get better use out of it than me. Next up is this cute little Kiko highlighter. I mean, how cute is that? It's so pretty. It feels amazing. It's really gold. It's so nice. I hope you can see that. I can't really see what I'm doing, so I hope you can see it. It's really, really pretty. I'm going to keep that as well. Next up is this Colourpop stick in Light, and I just don't really use these kind of things, so that's why I'm passing it on. It is absolutely beautiful. Like, it's such a nice champagne-y colour. I've only swatched it, and the reason I just haven't bothered to use it is because I just, maybe I'm wrong, but I just don't tend to get on with these sorts of products, so I'd rather, again, someone else get the love it deserves. Same with this Fenty matchstick. Now, this is painful for me because this is beautiful, like, and this is not a cheap product. Look at that colour. It is stunning. I guess really this should go in with the blushes. My bad again. I don't know if you'd say that's a, I think it's meant to be a highlighter. It's in Trippin', but I guess that would be more in the blush section. Sorry. But I'm going to pass that along because as much as I want to keep it because it's beautiful, I'm just not going to use it. There's no point of it just sitting there not being used. So that can go to a better home than mine. Another product from Colourpop here. This is, before I open it, next up is this Colourpop one. This is a Luster Dust in Princess 1915. Now these are beautiful. Like, they look more like pigments really. Absolutely stunning. It's this white with really pretty gold and pink reflex in it. I just never reach for it, so I'm going to give that away and pass that on. I'm going to declutter this one. Next up is this Laura Geller highlighter. This is stunning. I really like this highlighter. It is in Gilded Honey. It's just beautiful. It's a baked formula. I'm definitely going to keep using this. I've used it a little bit this year. I've not had it for very long, and I definitely want to keep playing with it. Like, it's stunning. Wow, I've gotten rid of more than I've kept so far. That's scary. Next up is these Colour FX Illuminating Drops. Now, I've had these for a while and I never really reached for them, so I think I'm going to pass those along as well. They are stunning, but just, I never reach for them. And that's it. Like, oh god, now I've swatched it, I want to keep it. God, look at that. Fades out so nice, but I'm not going to because I don't reach for them. So I'm going to give that away as well. Next up, he who should not be named, Jeffree Star. This is Supreme Frost Diamond Wet, and I'm keeping this. I've hardly used it. Look at it. Like, it looks brand new. But one, no one's really buying Jeffree at the minute. And two, it's such an unusual formula that I want to keep it in my collection. Look at that. Look at that. Can you? I hope you can see that. That is insane. I want to keep it. It is quite glittery on the face, but my god, is that stunning. There's nothing else like it in my collection, hence why I want to keep it. Next up is this little elf one. This is super cute. It's in white gold. What a beautiful colour. Like, this is really, really nice. They're quite hard pressed, but they come up really nice. I'm going to keep this as well. Really, really beautiful. Then we have this little Pixie by Petra one. I've not used this yet. This is like a blush and highlight duo. Really pretty. I'm excited to give it a go, but I've just not used it yet. Okay, this is the only Fenty highlighter I've ever tried, and it is in Trophy Wife. So far too dark for me, but I am keeping this. I love this. There's just something about it. Like, it doesn't matter that it's too dark for me because it's so unique. Like, I have nothing like this in my collection, including my eyeshadow palettes, like anywhere. It is beautiful. I like just doing plain makeup, a bit of liner, either mascara or lashes, and putting this in my corner of my eye, and it just looks beautiful. Like, I've done that for ages now, since I've had this, and I just love doing that, and I need to do that again soon. The colour of it doesn't throw me off. I obviously don't use it to highlight my cheekbones or anything, but there's loads of other things I can use this for. I absolutely love it. I have got a ton of wear out of it already. I know it's hard to tell, but I have, and I'll continue to use it. I love this one. Okay, on to Josh Cosmetics. I love this brand. This is an indie brand. I have spoken about them before. They're in my 2020 favourites. These highlighters are crazy. So this one is in Creme. It's just, my hands, I'm just covered in glitter. But in the pan, it feels really dense. But look at this. It's just insane. It's just insane. They are blinding. I've spoken about them before. I'll speak about them again. I absolutely love them. I'm keeping this one. I also really love this shade. Again, this looks like it'll be too dark for me. This is in Just Peachy, but it actually works really well. Like, it's a stunning orange colour, but when it's on the face, it just is beautiful. I love it. Like, I hope that's picking up on the camera. I absolutely love it, and I'm keeping this. Next up, I got this one. It's called Potion Pumpkin. This was in his Halloween mystery box. I'm going to pass this one along. The formula, oh god, I can't open it. The formula is exactly the same, and it's beautiful, but I'm just never going to really reach for this colour aesthetic. But on deeper skin, it will look beautiful because it's this orange, pink, purpley colour. Look at that. That's just stunning. So for the right skin type, that will just look beautiful. It's just too deep for me, so I'm going to pass that along. Okay, next up, this Hojo one. This is on Amazon. I'm sure you've all seen it. It is beautiful. It really is beautiful. This is the bronzy one. I think it's number 2. I don't know. They have a really icy one, this one, and then a pink one. And yeah, I'm running out of room. But this is beautiful. I love this. I need to play with it more. I haven't played with it in ages. These are really cheap. When I bought it, I think it was like £5. I don't know if it still is. The one that is a dupe of is this, which is the ABH Amrezy. Now, my lovely friend, Rebecca, I've spoken about her here before. She has her own YouTube channel, I'll link her below. She gave me this so kindly. I missed out on it when it was on sale. Obviously they've never brought it back, and I was really jealous, and she said it's just a bit too light for her skin tone, so she gave it to me. I need to play with it more. I haven't played with it enough, but I'm definitely keeping that. It's beautiful. Next up we have Benefit Cookie, and what an amazing highlighter this is. I mean, this highlighter is just insane. I absolutely adore it. I do have it in a palette, which you'll be seeing at the end of this video, but I don't care. I'm not getting rid of it. Like, I'm not getting rid of the single. It is just beautiful. I love this highlighter. If you haven't used it, I would highly recommend it. It's absolutely stunning. Just something about it, like the colour, the formula, everything. Even the packaging is so cute. Yeah, definitely keeping this. These are like all my favourites now. Okay, so let's get to this one. This MAC Hyper Real Glow palette. My god, have I loved this palette. This was one of the best things I think I ever bought, and that's quite a big statement, but look how loved it is. I tend to just go over all of the colours, but as you can see, I do like really love this colour a little bit more than the others as well. It's just stunning. All three of these are stunning. Like, if you haven't tried this palette and you've been after it, I would recommend it. I think it costs about £35, which I really actually don't think is that bad. State of my hands, I look like Tin Man right now. Next up we have the Nabla Skin Glaze. This is new to my collection. This is in Amnesia, and I've really been enjoying using this. This is beautiful. I really love this highlighter. It's really unusual. It's not like anything else I've got. It's more of like a natural highlighter, but you can build it up to be more glowy. So if you're not into like really bright blinding highlighters, I'd recommend this one. Beauty Bay had it in the sale, so I had to pick it up, and I'm so glad I did. I also really love the packaging of this. Like, even though it's plastic, I think it's done really well. Like, I think it looks great. Yeah, I love this. Oh, Ofra, I love you. This is by far probably my favourite highlighter ever. There's just something about this. So this is the Rodeo Drive by Ofra. This is the mini. This has lasted me forever. Try it out, just get a mini. It will last you for years. It's about 11 quid for the mini, and you don't need to buy a bigger one. You just don't need to. This has lasted me for ages. I always call it completed, and then I feel like Jay out of the In-Betweeners. But yeah, I've finished up one of the bigger ones before. I've been using this for absolute years. I just love it and will continue to do so. Speaking of Ofra, I completely forgot about this because it's been hiding in a drawer. This is the most beaten up Ofra product I'm sure you've ever seen. This was with the Nikki tutorial collaboration that they did years ago with the 3 lipsticks. I bought the whole lot. It was one of the most expensive things I'd ever bought at that time. I think the 4 products cost me £70. I couldn't believe it, but I don't know, I fell in love with it, and I didn't even really know about highlights and stuff then. This is what really got me into highlighters actually. I used to mix these two together a lot, and this one I would use on my eyes. It's just stunning. It needs to go in the bin, but I just can't let go of it, so I'm keeping it. I never use it anymore, but it's just, I've just got a real like soft spot for it in my heart, so I'm keeping that. Okay, next up we have this Kaleidos highlighter, and oh my god, quickly becoming my new favourite. This is beautiful. This is number 3 Space Age. I'd love to try out some of their other ones. This is just stunning. I've been non-stop wearing this recently, so if you ever wonder what highlighter I'm wearing in any of my videos, it's probably going to be this one. This I've also been really enjoying. This is Beauty Bay's new highlighters, Beam. £6 these are. This I mentioned in my yearly favourites as well because it just deserves it. For the price, it's absolutely stunning. Like, it's beautiful. I've loved it. I've been using this a lot. I mix it with other highlighters, put it on the inner corner of my eye if I'm not wearing anything else. Ugh, I just love these for the price. I've got so many favourites, but these are definitely up there, 100%. So let's start off with this one. This is Pretty Little Glow. they did this with Pretty Little Thing. It's stunning. It's really unusual. It's really pinky with a gold flecked. It's just stunning. I wore it yesterday actually. I haven't worn it for a while. Definitely need to start wearing it more. But yeah, this is beautiful. Have I got any clean fingers to show you it with? Look at that. They are just beautiful. Like, honestly, it is just stunning. Like, yeah. If you haven't done so already, you need to try a Doll Beauty highlighter. They're just amazing. Next up, I have this duo in Shine Bright and Like a Diamond, and I mix these two together. They are just beautiful. I use them all the time. That's what they look like on the finger. They're just so pretty. So pretty. Honestly, couldn't recommend them anymore. They just look amazing on the face. I reach for these all the time, so obviously I'm keeping those. Okay, so in total here we have 39 highlighters. I've counted like these ones as one, so I haven't doubled them up or anything. Oh wait, 40. I forgot about him. 40 highlighters we have here. I'm getting rid of 16 and I'm keeping 24. I'm actually really proud of myself for getting rid of that many, because I could have easily have kept that one, this, at least, this. I'll start talking myself out of it. So, but yeah, that's everything. I'm really pleased. Like I said, I'm proud of myself for everything I've got rid of there. Okay everyone, here is all of my face palettes. Okay, so let's start off with this little sleek palette. So this is a prime example. I didn't know where to put this palette because it has all three in. This is a really nice palette. I'm going to keep this one. I really like all three of these things, but especially this bronzer. I tend to keep this in my bronzing drawer because I use it more for the bronzer or the contour colour on here. But yeah, I'm keeping that one. Next up, I have this little Revolution palette that I got in one of their mystery bags. I'm going to pass this on to someone that might give it a little bit more love than I can. Next up, we have this Huda palette. Now, this is beautiful. This is such a stunning palette. So much so, I loved it so much that I bought my sister one last year because I just thought she'd love it. But I just don't really use these sorts of colours anymore. Okay, this MAC palette. I love this palette. I'm definitely keeping it. It's stunning. My dad got this for me. Bless him. He's so lovely. So you have two blusher shades up here and two highlighting shades. They just feel so nice. I love these colours. The print on it with the stars is just beautiful. There's no way I'm giving this palette up. I absolutely love it. Next up is the Benefit Cheerleader Squad palettes. I also love these and I'm not prepared to give them up. I've had these for like a year now and I still use them all the time. It doesn't even look like I use them a lot, does it? But I do. So again, Cookie, beautiful, just stunning. This is a beautiful blush, as is this. Yep, I just love everything of these. I'm definitely not giving it up. I love this palette. Same to be said for the Pink Squad. I love this one as well. I think this is a beautiful pink highlighter. If you're looking for a pink highlighter, then that one is stunning. Again, we have the Hoola, which I tend to gravitate to it more in this one than I do the other one. I'm saving the other one, if that makes sense. Just beautiful blushes, just all round love this palette. Yeah, absolutely no way I'm getting rid of these. Next up is this NYX contour palette. This is a lovely palette, but I am going to declutter it. I just don't reach for it as much as I should. In fact, I think I've only used it once, and what a waste when someone else can give it a good home. You can remove the pans change them around, put other ones in there, which is a fantastic feature of this palette. Yeah, I'm gonna give that off to a better home. Next up we have this BH Studio Pro, and I really can't make up my mind whether to keep this or not. So I'm gonna do with what I do when I struggle. I'm gonna keep this and try and use it over the next 6 months. If I don't use it in 6 months, then I'm gonna get rid of it. Next up we have this palette from Makeup Obsessions. This is the Rady Sunlight palette, and it's really cool because it's double-sided. So one side has all of this highlighters on it, and the other side has all of these pinky highlighters on it. I haven't used this yet, but I would like to, so I'm gonna save it for now. Next up is this BH Cosmetics highlighting palette, and oh my god, is this thing stunning. Like, BH Cosmetics highlighters are not to be messed with. Like, these two in particular, I wish I could just depan these two, because again, I don't reach for this palette, god look at that, as much as I should because of how I organised it. And actually someone suggested to me on my last video that I should get one of those trolleys for my palettes, and I can't believe I never thought of that before, so I'm definitely going to do that. It's such a good idea. I love this colour as well. Yeah, I'm not getting rid of this. You can tell I'm probably not going to be getting rid of a lot of these. Next up, Revolution Soph. I adore this palette. I haven't used it in ages and I need to. It's beautiful. Everyone knows it's beautiful. If you haven't got it already, you need to. This could easily be the only highlighter palette in your collection, and you'd be happy and you'd be covered for the rest of your life. I particularly love these two colours. Yeah, absolutely stunning. Definitely not getting rid of that. Next up, I have the Revolution Roxy Blush Palette. I haven't used this yet. This is brand new into my collection and I'm really excited to give it a go. So yeah, definitely keeping that. Then we have the Revolution Roxy Contour and Highlighter Palette. To be honest, I've had this a little while and I've hardly used it, but I think, again, that's just with how I store them. I forget to reach for them. So I'm going to keep this for now. Next up is this little Lorac Cheeky Cheek palette, and I am so impressed with this palette that I do actually use it quite a lot. So again, I tend to keep this in my bronzer drawer because this is a really nice contour bronzer colour for me. I love it, but the blush is stunning as well, as is the highlighter. This was from Aldi. It was super cheap. I'm definitely keeping that, especially as I don't think I'll be able to buy it again. So if I declutter it and regret it, I won't be able to get it again. Next up we have the BH Sub-Zero highlighting palette with Mitchell. I haven't used this yet. I hate to admit it. I've had it for such a long time and still haven't got around to using it. So I'm going to do what I've said before. I'm going to give it a go for 6 months. If I don't pick it up in 6 months, then it's going to go. Okay, we then have this Tarte beautiful palette. This is stunning. I just don't reach for it again, but do you know what, I'm going to struggle with all of this because I don't think it's the product's fault. I think it's how I have my makeup set out. It's just in this big box and everything gets buried, and I just don't reach for them because of that. So again, I'm going to sort out that storage problem. I'm going to keep it for 6 months. If I don't reach for it when it's more accessible to me, then I will get rid. Then we have a couple of Josh Cosmetic highlighter palettes. Now, we've already seen that I love their highlighter their highlighters in general. These are in palette form, so stunning. However, oh god, look at those. It breaks my heart to say it. Oh my god, actually I don't know if I can give that up. Sorry, I don't think you can even see those swatches. I already have these two in single pans, so I was going to say I'm going to get rid of it, but I love these two, but I'm not prepared to give up my single ones. Yeah, this one I'm going to have to really think about, because I don't know, because I was just going to give it up, but then I've just swatched those two. Look how stunning that is, especially that pink. I could give up my single ones, I suppose, but I don't want to. I don't want to. Okay, I need to think about that one. This is the other one by Josh Cosmetics. Absolutely stunning, but I don't need both of them, so I'll swatch this and I'll change my mind, because they're just stunning, this formula. Oh god, I mean, I haven't done that very well, I know, but look. That was like the worst swatch ever, but yeah, anyway, I'm not going to reach for it because they're a bit too deep for me, so I'm going to pass this one along. Okay, bit of old Jeffree again, or thee who should not be named. Oh, one smashed. I did not know that, and that goes to show how little I really reach for it. Oh dear. Well, it looks like I'll be keeping that. I've just swatched those ones from Jeffree, and I know everyone hates him, but you can't say his formulas aren't the nuts, because they are. Well, it doesn't look like I'm getting rid of many face palettes, does it? Okay. Next up, yeah, these are just probably my favourite ones that I've got left. As always, I tend to save the best till last, so you'll notice that trend. What should we go with? Let's go with a BH. Like, I love these palettes. My God, if you haven't tried them, pick one that's more your colour scheme and get it. Like, you won't regret it. I got my sister this one a little while ago. Did I get it for her, or did I make my dad get it for her for Christmas? I can't remember, but yeah, this is just stunning. This colour in particular, oh my God, look, you can see how much I love it. I've hit pan on it, and for me to do that in a face palette isn't easy because, again, I don't store them very well. The highlighters are beautiful. They really are, but I tend to reach for them more for the blushes. This, yeah, it's just such a nice palette. Like, if you haven't tried it already, I would recommend it. Next up, we have the Glowing in Grease. Equally as beautiful. Look at those corally colours. If you love corally blushes, then this one's for you. It's a stunning palette. I love it. I really love these. The pigmentation's beautiful. They last ages. Yep. Really nice. Let's go for the Ofra next. So I actually got this in a mystery box, and it was probably one of the most exciting times of my life. I'll link that video below if you haven't seen it, but look at this palette. And again, I don't reach for it enough because of how I store it, but it's just beautiful. There's no way in God's green earth I'm giving up this palette. Look how stunning that is. It's just got everything in it. Like, I just love it so much. Again, you can depan these, change them about, swap them with other things, which is really good. Yeah, absolutely no way. Absolutely no way I'm giving this up. It's beautiful. Okay, let's go for old Jackie next. Yeah, Ricky. Palette. Oh my God. I got this in a sale in the first lockdown where the world went crazy and everything went on crazy sales. I love this palette. God, one of the best purchases I think I've ever made. That's so dramatic, I know, but honestly, look how beautiful this packaging is. First of all, like, hello, I've got it in the flash. This packaging, it is heavy. This wasted space annoys me a bit, but there you go. It's got a good heavy mirror in it, and the colours and the highlighters. My hands are effed, but I'm gonna have to show you anyway. They are beautiful. Like, seriously beautiful. Seriously beautiful. If this palette goes on sale again and you don't have it already, please do yourself a favour and get it. Or if you can get it second hand, there's no way I'm getting rid of this. I think I will forever have this in my collection. I can't imagine myself ever wanting to get rid of this. Next up is the Lunar Beauty Moon Prism palette. It was really difficult for me not to put this in my 2020 favourites. I nearly did. This is a stunning palette. I love blusher. If you love blusher, you'll love this. It's beautiful. First of all, can we talk about the packaging on this? It's just beautiful. I love Lunar Beauty. I love the brand. I love Manny. Like, yeah, I'm a fan. I really hope nothing scandalous comes out about him anytime soon because I'm loving his products. This blush in particular, I love a glowy blush. It's just beautiful, but I do tend to just sort of dab in and mix around these four as well. You could use these if you're really lighter skinned as a bronzer, or if you're deeper skinned, then it looks lovely, or sort of medium skin, it looks lovely as a blush as well. They are just stunning. Like, come on, is that not me all over? I just love it. I love it, love it, love it. And I think this might be my most favourite palette because I've saved it till last. This is by Nakia Joy, and oh my good lord, it's not spoken about enough. This highlighter palette is stunning. Like, it is just beautiful. I'm so glad I made the plunge and bought this palette. Again, these are based in, this brand's based in Australia, so it's not easy to get in the UK, but if you can, along with her powder, her eyelashes, just beautiful, then I would really recommend it. This highlighter formula is just something else. Like, honestly, like, beautiful, beautiful. Like, I can't tell you, because the camera is not going to do it justice. Like, my swatches are not going to do it justice, but I am telling you, and believe me when I tell you, that this is beautiful and worth every penny. It's worth getting. It is lovely. I want to use it more. I don't use it enough. I love this palette. Look at those. Look at those. Oh, it is stunning. It's really beautiful. Okay, I'm not going to be able to show you like all of them together, and I'm not going to be able to show you me putting them away at the minute because I haven't got any storage properly for them. So I'm just going to do a quick show of what I'm keeping and versus quick show of what I'm getting rid of. So that's a total of 20 face palettes. God, I probably could have got that down lower. But this is what I'm keeping for now. I am going to reassess in 6 months' time. But this is what I'm keeping for now. So what I'm getting rid of is the Josh Cosmetics highlighter palette, the Revolution Little Mini contour palette, the NYX contour palette, and the Huda highlight palette. And I've changed my mind and I'm going to get rid of this little sleek palette as well, because I just don't need it. 5 palettes. Oh god, so there was 25 to start with and I'm getting rid of 5. But that's just for the time being. I'm going to reassess in 6 months when I change the way that I store my stuff around, and yeah, we'll go from there. So yeah, that's that. Okay everybody, that is absolutely everything. Please do let me know your thoughts down below. Have I kept any of your favourites? Have I thrown any of them away? Is there anything here that you don't like? Do you think I've made the right choices? Don't you? Like, let me know. I love chatting to you down there. I'd love to hear all your thoughts and opinions. But if you have made it to the end of this video, I love you and I appreciate you so much. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It would mean the absolute world. Give me a thumbs up, all that good stuff. Pop that notification bell on. You know what to do, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks so much guys. Bye.